Okay guys, so we are back at it again, and I was not expecting to pick this foundation up nor review it, but I just couldn't help it. I had to know what this would look like on oily skin. I've seen a couple people doing videos, and their videos, the foundation looks very glowy on some people and like more natural finish on others. So I had to see. I went into store, and of course the sun is in front of me, so you guys aren't going to get the best viewing, but I swatched two different shades. So closer to my knuckles, that is 24N, and right here is 25W. Now basically, if I remember correctly, the W is more olive and the neutral is more neutral. As I did the last time I did the House Labs review, I will go ahead and have the descriptions on the screen right now. But I was just so intrigued. Some people have said this is a natural finish. Other people have said it's a luminous finish. I had to know. I was dumb enough to pick up two different shades, both shades, because I could not tell which shade worked for me. They both look like they would work, but for whatever reason, my body just said, get both. Now I have a feeling I'm not going to actually use both, so I will return it. I'm hoping to return the one that I don't use without it being open so they can then resell it, but I just had to get both just in case. What I think I'm going to do is actually try to get use out of the 25 one, because I think that one is darker, and this looks like a lot of people are comparing this actually to the House Labs foundation. And if that is true, I would love to have a foundation in this same kind of formula finish for both the summer and the spring season as well. So two different shades that I get, because I do tend to tan quite easily. So that's the goal. It is just shy of noon now, almost quarter after, and I want to go ahead and head home and try this foundation for the first time. Just like the last time, it's not going to be on for very long, maybe like 6-7 hours, but I still want to test it out. I'm just so excited, and I do also need to film for my video tomorrow and stuff, so you guys will see it in not only this footage but also in that footage as well. So very excited. We're doing it again. Let's get to it. Okay guys, so like I said, we're doing it again. I do only have natural lighting again today, and my ceiling light, I don't have any studio lighting on, and I wanted to show you guys some more swatches. So I didn't take the swatches off from earlier at the mall. This is 24N, this is 25W, and this is my House Labs foundation, which is in 480 medium deep neutral. So I feel like I should go for this one, which is 24N. It was not the one that I don't know. That's what I'm going to start off with, and then we're going to go from there. So this is the packaging. As you can see, it has the Makeup by Mario logo or naming all over the front. It has it again on the side with just his name, because I guess he trademarked his name. And then there's like a little slit so you can ensure like what color you're getting. You also have the label up top, and then you have all of the important information on the back, such as that it has a 12-month shelf life. It is cruelty free. It's made in the US. And I think that's all. How much product is in here? I think I have to open up the packaging. Let's open it up. So in the bottle, there is 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters. It's a really interesting, sleek-ish bottle. I actually like it. So yeah, I figured since I have them both, and I think I can get away with using both, I've already bought them. I don't like returning, so I'm just gonna swatch them both on my face. I don't have any primer on or anything. Let's swatch just so you guys can see, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do a multi-day wear test again, and then I'm also going to switch up which shade I'm using. So this is 24N, and that one is 25W. So this is 24N, and this is 25W. I feel like 25W works and matches my actual skin on my face best. But I feel like 24 in will actually match my décolleté and everything better. Let me zoom out or come out so you guys can see. So like I said, 24 in, 25W, and this is my décolleté. I don't know. Now I don't know. Every time I think I know, I don't know. But 24 in looks similar shade. They both are like the same shade. It's just different undertone. You know what? Now that it's kind of drying in person, I think 25 is going to be my best bet. So I'm going to put 24 away, at least for right now. Maybe in the dead of winter, that'll work. And I think this foundation is going to work best on my skin tone in the dead of winter. Took off the glasses. So let me take these swatches off my face. I am then going to apply my primer, which of course, where is she? Is my Milk Makeup. I really like this because it grips the product that I put on top. And I also just know how foundations work with this, all of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And then I will come back to show you guys the application of this foundation, and we will do the brush and the sponge per usual. So give me 1 second. Let me just wipe this off and we can start my base. Alrighty, so this primer is starting to seep in. I have absolutely no idea why I tap my face once I put the primer on. I just do it every so often. It just works. It works. It feels like it works at least. Okay. So once again, I'm going to be sticking with 25W. And where's my phone? So 25W totes to have dark with warm undertones. And then the other shade that I have right now is 24 in, and that totes to just be dark with neutral undertones. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. These are basically the same shade, just different undertones. Yeah, okay. Let me just use 25W for today. And if I find that it darkens up over the day, or I just don't like what it looks like over my whole face, then on the days that I actually leave the house, I will just be using the other foundation. But I'm going to use them both throughout their longevity in my collection, hopefully. So like I said, 25W. I'm just going to do one pump. I feel like it's quite a bit of product that actually comes out on a pump. Let me move my mirror closer, and I'm just going to apply it on this side. So in person, it definitely matches my skin. I definitely think that this matches my skin. But I don't know how this is going to match, like I said, my décolleté area, because that area is lighter than my face because it doesn't really get out. It doesn't really get out. But I also, you can see there is still a difference there, right? I think it's the outer portion of my face that this truly matches, whereas the inner portion of my face, it doesn't. And, you know, once again, that's very reminiscent and consistent with other foundations I've had to kind of grapple with what part of my face and my body I really want the foundation to match. Brush that's halfway clean. This is the Sigma Curved Kabuki F83. And I'm just going to do a very equivalent amount of product. I didn't do a full pump, but pretty much a pump. And we're going to just apply it to this area. This is one of my favorite brushes. If I get in the mood to use a foundation brush, I find that there are no streaks, and I find that it applies the foundation just really nicely. Okay, that's weird. Do you guys see the difference? I see a difference in camera in my little viewfinder. I find that this side is actually lighter than this side. Am I going crazy? I don't know, but it feels like something. Now that could be the case because of the extra moisture that my sponge gave to the actual foundation, but that's weird, right? Is it because I don't have my glasses on? I don't see that as big of a difference in my actual mirror, although I do still see that line of that line of demarcation. If we're being honest, I actually like the coloring on this side and not on this side. That is so bizarre. I'm just gonna like, I don't know, pat over. Maybe it'll change it to what it is on the other side. I might be just like being extra too, but I feel like that changed it. Who knows? Like I said, I don't have my glasses on, so I could just be imagining things. Let's come in closer so that you guys can see what it looks like really laid on my skin. I am combination oily in the T-zone, normal on the perimeter. It does take some hours for my oils to really get out there with the different products that I use, but still nonetheless, I am still combination oily. Alrighty, so we are in and up close and personal. Everything looks to be lying quite nicely. It does look like it's pretty much my skin. I don't see any weirdness going on. I don't have any like dry patches or anything like that. I gotta crouch. I don't have any dry patches or anything. You can still see some imperfections. I think that was the mark from the bench bar pressing on my face because I was a genius that morning. But yeah, I mean, pretty much all of my imperfections are covered up. There are very few that you can really see, but it truly looks like skin. It looks like a second skin, which once again is very reminiscent to this. Although I feel as though this one gave off a little bit more sheen. I don't know. This is really interesting because seeing other people do videos, it just looks overly moisturizing, and to me, I don't see it. It looks like normal skin to me. Okay, we're gonna do it. Let me find some products. I'm probably not gonna do Project Pan, maybe do Shop My Stash or just pull some other products because I want to keep this like skin-like tint that I got going on. I really like it. Let me see if it dries down. I feel like it dried down, not that I felt like it was overly like moisturizing or wet. I do know that they tote that this is a moisturizing foundation with a luminous finish. I really don't see that luminosity. I see a like lit from within radiance, but I don't see that luminosity. And if you have dry skin, I don't think you'll need to powder. Like honestly, I kind of want to consider not powdering because I just really like this fit. All right, let me stop talking. Let me finish up my face and then I'll come back to show you guys what the full look looks like, and I'll explain what I did, and all of that information will also be down below as well per usual. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, so it has been maybe 10-15 minutes. It didn't take me that long today to put on this beat. I of course will have everything down below for you all. Very simple tutorial and look, but I did go ahead and decide to only put powder fully on this side of my face. So I powdered everywhere, all of my concealed areas, so under my eyes, around my mouth, and then at the midpoint of my forehead. I don't even know what to call that. But on this side, I then did my light layer of dusting of my loose powder all over the rest. On this side, I did not powder basically this area and that area, but I did go ahead and put on my normal bronzers and stuff. So the crown of my forehead on this side did ultimately get some powder, and this side, of course, I didn't powder any of that either. So what I will say is on my non-powdered fully side, I had absolutely no problems getting my powder products to blend on those sides. So like I said, the way I do my powder, I don't know if you guys know, I powder my under eyes and then I powder around my mouth and my middle of my, good Lord, the middle of my forehead with my sponge or with just a brush. And then I do a light dusting of the same exact powder all throughout the whole face, the whole exact face. And that's not what I did on the side. So this side only has powder under here, around this area, and right here for my loose powder. For my like bronzer and stuff, I do bronze out here around the cheekbone and then around the jaw as well. So let's go in. I want to come in so you guys can see what it's looking like powdered. So this is a close-up of the non-fully powdered side. I think this looks beautiful. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. No issues, no pressing, anything like that. Nothing has seeped into my lines. Granted, I haven't had this on for very long. And then this is the powdered side. I still think this looks good, but I just felt like I did not have to powder. I thought it would be interesting to see if I did not powder as a combination skin gal, what it would look like. And so far, I think this is looking beautiful. So very, very excited. Once again, I don't even feel a difference at all on the sides. They both feel like there was powder, even though, once again, for the millionth time, there's not fully powder everywhere on this side, and there is on this side. So I'm just going to start the time clock here. Actually, no, let's be honest. I'm going to start it at 1 o'clock because around 1 o'clock is when I first started applying. It is currently a little shy of 1:30. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back in about 5-ish hours to let you guys know what's going on. In the meantime, though, I'm actually going to pop over to my restroom so that you guys can see the foundation in that lighting. But in this setup, I will come back probably around then because in 5-ish hours, it'll be 6. I don't think the sun will set by then. I do want to at least get one more natural lighting shot from this angle. So I'll do my best to come back right before the sun sets in my area. Actually, while I'm here, let's just figure that out so that the girlies can know. Oh, so the sun is going to be setting right before 5. So that's unfortunate. Okay, we won't be getting a another kind of update this way. I'll probably put on some studio lighting when I give you guys my update, but I do want to give a nice long wear test today. But overall, so far, absolutely enjoying this foundation. And yeah, that's all I got. Let's get into the next clip. Okay, guys, so I am in my restroom and I feel like it's so interesting, restroom lighting. I feel like my face, the makeup, it looks a little bit more than it does in front of my camera, but same exact look. I didn't add anything. Anyways, though, this is the foundation. I literally jumped from my chair and came into here. At least in my view, this camera, I feel like really does not like this foundation. It does look like there's a little bit more pore stuff going on here, but that's typical, right? It's typical to have pores. But really, I wanted to show you guys the foundation match. Today, I happen to be wearing sweaters, so, perfect time to wear a foundation that does not match. Overall, though, I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. I think it looks very, very nice. And I don't think you guys can see a difference between the powdered and unpowdered side, right? It looks the same. Anyways, though, I got another video I need to film. I got so many other things I got to get done today, but I wanted to at least get the application started so that while I'm doing all my other things, I can be doing this wear test as well. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next update that I have after some real time has gone by. Okay, guys, so it's just a little bit before 5. It is 4:47 right now. And I wanted to come back because this would be pretty much the latest I could come back and still have natural lighting for you all. Now, I did have Panda Express for lunch, so if the mouth area is a little sloppy, that's why. Okay, I was very much craving Panda Express and it's my birthday week, so we're gonna go be great. But anyways, I'm here to show you guys what's going on with the foundation. So I put this foundation on a little bit after 1 o'clock. So we're using 1 o'clock as like the starting time. And since we're a little bit before 5, we're gonna say it's roughly been a couple hours, not very many hours. We're going on to the 4th hour. Yes, I don't know why that was so hard for me to think about, but that's what's happening. I have been wearing my glasses because I've been sitting here editing and watching YouTube, all of that. But anyways, I'm gonna come in so that you guys can see what is going on and hopefully my camera will focus. So just to remind you all, I have not touched up or at all. never touch up. But this is the side that I actually set my whole face with powder. You remember that whole debacle of me trying to explain that earlier? And then this is the side where I did not set my face. Like I said, I had Panda Express, so we're going to ignore the lip product. But look at this. Only a couple of hours. So it's literally going on to the 4th hour. So we're definitely going to come back to give more updates. But I also have obligations a little bit later. I wanted to at least give you guys this update right now. And then let me see if I can get my camera to focus on my forehead. Forehead is looking good too. Everything's looking good. Eyeshadow could probably be a little bit better, but you know, it is what it is. There's no breaking up. Generally, my worry areas are right here. In my smile lines, I get some creasing there because my oils really just like settle there when things are going to town. And then sometimes my nose, but it'll also break up around my glasses. No breaking up there. So we're doing pretty good. Like I said, it's only been about 4 hours, so not very long, but I will definitely be coming back to you guys later on in the night to give a better kind of impressions to show you guys what it's looking like. At this point, in my opinion, I don't see much change from the initial application, and I don't feel I need to blot. I did just want to also continue to admit and tell you guys that I feel absolutely no difference between these two sides, the side that I set and the side that I did not set. They both feel completely set. They both feel completely secure. And to me, it still looks skin-like, very, very skin-like. Yeah, that's pretty much all. I just wanted to do a very, very quick check-in with the little bit of light that I have left from outside. Hopefully this isn't too bad. I did want to just go ahead and keep this footage, but like I said, I will update you guys later on tonight, probably from my bathroom right before I take this off. And then we will do another application tomorrow. So tomorrow I do have to go to my retail work job for like 8 hours, so that'll be an interesting experiment to see if this can last, especially if I do it unset again. But anyways, I will see you guys in my next update. Hey guys, so it is now just a little bit after 9. We are in the bathroom again, just because I feel like this is gonna be the best lighting. You guys haven't seen this foundation in like studio lighting, and no need to add a new element. You've seen it earlier today with this bathroom lighting, so I just wanted to stick with the similar lighting. As you can see, I have my glasses on. I do wear glasses every day, all day, no longer a contact wearer, so these are definitely going to be a factor. There's a little bit of wear, but not a lot of wear on my glasses. And because I finally remembered that I have a whole phone stand, I don't have to hold my phone. So we're going to get in nice and close, and this is going to be a lot better than earlier's footage. So there's definitely oil production, right? You can definitely see that my foundation started to break up around the nose plates on my glasses. There definitely was breaking up around the mouth, but once again, I had Panda Express for lunch. Panda Express is not a clean meal to eat. And like I said, yeah, there is definitely oil production, but there's no actual, like, my oils are breaking up this foundation production, if that makes any sense. So this doesn't look nearly bad compared to some other foundations that I've had. Like if you're looking at something that's more mattifying, it's going to be broken up to kingdom come all over these areas. But this, I mean, it definitely looks healthy. It looks oily, but it's not bad. And I'm looking in like my normal mirror in my bathroom, and like for me, some foundations, this could be a couple of hours. This wouldn't be 8 hours, but we're going to get the clean tissue test going right now. Alrighty, so clean tissue test, and let's dab. I'm dabbing on the side that I did set with powder, just because, I don't know, I'm right dominant. I always do things on the right first. Okay, so as you can see, right side is now set. Left side is unset with powder, and I did not dab it. As you can see, a little bit of foundation came off, but that's to be expected. A tissue tissue rolls aren't supposed to be taking away makeup, so they're going to take away, you know, a little bit of that foundation. But if I come in closely, you can see there really is no breakup. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Yes, once again, you can see that I have pores, but you know, everybody has pores. Yes, you can see that breakup around the nose area, but that is something I'm always going to have because I'm always wearing glasses. So foundations are going to always seep into that area. And yeah, I really don't see anything bad, crazy, or all with this foundation. I think it looks good. Let's just go ahead and blot this side. Okay, I think I blotted that side correctly. And just to show you guys, this is what it's looking like. Once again, some foundation came off. I think on that side, more foundation may have come off, but once again, that side wasn't set. Now, what I will say is I think that there's a little bit less coverage now that I did dab this side compared to this side. I think this side, the opacity of the coverage stayed, which shows that if you are somebody who is willing to go unset with this particular foundation and you have combination skin, and specifically like this area is more like normal, if you do dab or dab, if you do blot throughout your day, you may lose coverage. Whereas if you blot throughout the day and you do have it set, you're not necessarily going to lose coverage. Good information to learn in the first day of the wear test. Like I said, it's about 9. I'm ready to take this makeup off, really chill in the bed, do some things. And yeah, I will come back to you guys tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, I have to be to work early. So I'm hopeful that I will start the wear test before I head to work. If not, I will just start it as soon as I come home. And this will just be a late night for me tomorrow, which is okay because I don't have to work the day after. So we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. And hey guys, so I'm here to give you guys day number 2 for my 3-day wear test. I'm very, very excited. I haven't put on my primer. I am just gonna keep going with my Hydro Grip. I liked how it worked with the actual foundation, and this is my go-to primer, so I don't feel a need to experiment right now. I will off camera before I do like my ultimate final review, but like for these trials, I think it's best if I do it with something that I already know works and I love. So it's starting to dry down, which is good. That means it'll start to get sticky. For today, the foundation that I wanted to use is actually the lighter of the 2 shades. So I'm going to be using 24 in. I figured it would be useful to show you guys what that looks like on my skin tone in case you are a similar complexion and you're wondering between the two which you would do. I'm also just going to use a brush really quickly, and yeah. So as you can see, I have the foundation applied fully onto my face, and I think this looks really good. Once again, weirdly enough, I have a turtleneck on again. So let me scoot back. This is my chest, that's my face. I think it looks really good as well. Like I said, there was slight differences in the undertones, but we will get fully into those tomorrow when I'm applying and kind of giving you guys my review of this product right now. But that said, I'm gonna hop off camera. I wanna go ahead and do the rest of my face, put on some makeup. I have a couple other videos I need to film, and I will of course come back to show you guys an update. If you're wondering, right now it is 11:24. Plenty of time throughout this day to complete this wear test. But yeah, I wanna go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup really quickly. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I wanted to show you guys the foundation. Remember, today I'm actually wearing 24 in on my complexion. I did actually just go ahead and set it. That's just the natural kind of rhyme or reason to what I do. But I think tomorrow I won't set, and you guys will understand then. But yeah, so this is the foundation on my skin. Of course, I will have everything that I have on my face down below for you all. But let's come in just one more time so you guys can really see what's going on. Please don't mind that. Okay, as you see, to me, there's no real benefits in the pore area for me, but I also don't really care. I have pores. I'm a human being. It is what it is. The actual application, the coverage, I think is great though. Today I did about a pump and a half on both sides, which is typical for the amount of coverage and the amount of pumps that I use. I do want to note really quickly though that this foundation I find tends to give more product than I'm actually used to in a pump and a half. So think of a pump and a half for them to be an equivalent of almost 2 pumps in like a traditional pump action situation. So that's that, but I didn't want to belabor this section too long. We're gonna get into the next clip, which is of course going to be me throughout my day. I am going to be wearing this probably easily for a whole 12 hours. We'll see. It just depends on how late I'm up. And if I end up leaving the house to do some errands, I will show you guys in the various lightings as well, just so that it's helpful for you all. But just in case you did not know, I may not have said it before, I only have natural lighting in front of me and then my ceiling light behind me. So that's it for today, or at least for right now. I will see you guys in a couple hours. Okay guys, so it is now 4:31. You guys won't be able to see it from my watch, but just trust me on it. It is 4:31. So it has been approximately a little over 5 hours, because I do believe I started this wear test at like 11:20-ish. As you can see, I have my glasses on. I've been working on editing and filming all today because I took my birthday off and today is New Year's Day. So I wanted to post 2 different videos, one to make up for yesterday's missed video and then today to make up for today's video, because today is Sunday and I regularly upload on Sundays normally for my new makeup releases. Of course, you guys know this. Why am I blabbing? Because I'm me. Anyways, this is what my face looks like. I haven't had the time to leave my house. So any things that I would like to get done leaving my house will have to be done tomorrow or during the rest of the week. The rest of the week I do have to leave for my 2 various jobs, but we're going to make it work as I usually do. But of course, today is the check-in for like where my base is looking and how it's looking. I have already had lunch, so that's why I have no lip product on. And there may once again be somewhere around the mouth. But once again, I've had lunch and it was some soul food. So the food was gone, but you gotta love it when you can cook soul food and eat it. Anyways, I'm in my bathroom, so you're getting bathroom terrible lighting, so you know this is all true to how it is. And yeah, let's get into it. So as you can see, once again, you see that emphasized pores situation going on. Otherwise, there's still good coverage all throughout my cheeks. Same with this cheek, my forehead. There's no issues at all. Let me take off my glasses. I haven't worn them for very long. I think I've only been wearing them for like maybe 2 hours or so. As you can see, there's not a lot of breaking up for my glasses nose bridge, but there is a bit of breaking up. You can definitely see some oil at the front, but for this to be a radiant illuminating foundation, I find that there is not that much oil peeking through for my skin type. As I've said, I feel like twice or so now, I am combination oily in the T-zone, normal on the perimeter. I think I'm not going to blot today. I'm not going to blot right now. I like to blot at the end so you guys can see if the foundation can still wear on, but we're 5 hours in. I easily will be up until maybe 8 because I have some things that I'm doing with family, but I will come back to you guys right before I'm going to take this foundation off so that you guys can see what it's looking like. I may have a little bit of wear and tear because I'm going to be changing my top, because no need to lounge in this, even though it's a relaxing top. I just don't want to lounge with my family in this. So there may be some wear and tear that way, but because I have this wig on, I might use the like cover your face wig technique to make that work. Anyways, I am just rambling at this point. This is what my foundation and base looks like within 5 hours. I will do my absolute best to get back to you guys probably within the 8 to 11 mark window to show you guys what it's looking like before I go to bed. Hey guys, are you confused? Are you wondering where the makeup is? I didn't realize my error in taking off my makeup, washing my hair, getting ready for bed until this exact moment. So what I'm gonna do is just talk about my impressions as to this time. Right now, it is a little bit shy of 8 o'clock and I just got in. It doesn't take me long to get through my hair routine personally because I just don't have time for that. So I probably took my makeup off somewhere around 7:30. So that means that I had the makeup on for about 8 hours, which is a solid amount of time that typically people wear makeup. At this point, for me, it felt like I could start to feel that I had makeup on. There was also the element of me having the wig on as well. So I just felt like I had a lot going on my head. As for oils and all of that, I didn't feel like any of my oils were really projecting more than what you guys saw in the 5-minute clip. So yeah, I mean, to me, this foundation, how it wears to the 5-minute mark is pretty much how it's going to look 8 hours, which makes sense. It's only a couple more hours past that. And for me, that's like a typical or normal time for a lot of people. What I'm going to do now is jump to day 3, where I'm going to be showing you guys, of course, the application again. An exceedingly long time since I started this since I started this foundation wear test series, video, whatever you want to call it, but I'm finally here to do the last day of wear test. And what I'm gonna do is I will apply the foundation today. Because of my loveliness on the second day, I am actually gonna be applying these and showing you guys pictures of my actual wear test throughout the day today. And then when I am done with my makeup, I'm gonna give you guys my current thoughts. Those current thoughts may change slightly, but I'm pretty good at telling if I'm gonna enjoy a foundation or not at the beginning of kind of wearing it out and testing it out for the first couple of times. So with that said, I know I have 2 of these Sigma Kabuki brushes, so let me find the second one and then we're gonna apply the foundation. My primer of choice, of course, is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I really, in like the last upload that I did, probably where I did makeup, I really realized how much I missed this primer. That primer really just did not do well with that combination. So yeah, definitely recommend if you are somebody of my skin type and you are interested in this foundation, I would see if you have a primer either equivalent to this. You could get this, you could get the e.l.f., something like this that is going to actually grip the product and control your oils, because without that small little element, you may see a drastic difference in your wear time. So anyways, I have the 2 different shades. So I'm going to put 24 in on my left side, and then I'm going to put 25W on my right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting because I actually need to leave the house today, but it's all good. And like I said, I am using the Sigma Curved Kabuki brush, which is the F83. And I'm just going to do a pump and a half. I probably shouldn't even done that much, but I'm me. And I'm just going to apply it. So the first day you guys saw me applying the 24 shade, and the last day or the second day you guys saw me applying 25. So now I wanted to kind of really show you guys these shades on my complexion side by side, same elements and all of that. I know the wear test is going to be the same, but you know, still I wanted you guys to see the actual shades side by side. Okay. So both sides are on my, or both foundations are on my skin. As you can see, the 25W is clearly warmer and deeper than the 24N. I think that if you hadn't known in the first 2 days, they both looked perfectly fine on my skin, especially after getting through my full foundation application. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and then I will probably speed through that, or as long as my camera stays alive, you guys can see that. And then I will come back and show you guys what it's looking like before I leave for the day, because I do want to go ahead and get those errand type things out the way now so I can stay in and do some other things that I need to do before I have to leave later. So yeah, this is what the foundations look like by themselves, side by side, although I think the darker side has a little bit less area, but it's all good. So yeah, give me 1 second. Let me get all of this makeup on.
Fresh air, bright moon, dance for you, dance for love, lose control tonight. You gotta move your body, everybody. You gotta move your body, everybody. It's time to celebrate your heart, celebrate your heart, celebrate you. It's time to celebrate your heart, celebrate your heart, celebrate you. Clear sky, clear mind. Dance for me, dance for life, in love tonight. You gotta move your body, everybody. 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 It's time to celebrate your heart, celebrate your heart, celebrate you. It's time to celebrate your heart, celebrate your heart, celebrate you. It's time to celebrate your heart.
Alrighty guys, so for whatever reason the sun just went behind clouds, but I am now done. But I just wanted to show you guys that now that I put on the full makeup, you may see a slight difference between the two sides, but at the end of the day, at least from myself without my glasses on, it doesn't look like such a big deal as it did before. And once again, as you can see, I do have, let me scoot back. As you can see, I do have a V-neck on, so you can really see which side works best. I think now that we're looking at my chest, if you are a shade twin to me, I would stick with 24N. I think that tone and the shade, because it's a lighter shade, just works best with our chest. That said, I do think overall 25W should definitely work like during the summer when we get to the hotter months. So yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, I have to go out. I need to pick up my picture because it is being framed. Today should be the day that's available for me to pick up. So I'm going to go to Michael's to put that and to put it back up there. I might also do a little bit shopping. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in an update. And in case you care, it is 12:02. I don't know if my watch will be picked up in this camera, but it's 12:02. So I will start the wear test at about 11:30 because I've had the makeup on or the foundation on for a bit longer. And then we will go from there. Alrighty guys, so I'm at the location that I need to do my errands, and I tried to film this video, this part of the video earlier, but it didn't work out, so I'm trying to film it again. We are now in natural lighting, and in this atmosphere, it doesn't look like there's a huge difference between the two shades that I have. Once again, this is the neutral side, this is the warm side. So this is like 25W, I think this is 24N. And let me just come in closer. As you can see, once again, you definitely see pores, but I don't use a pore filling primer. That's just not a part of my routine. You can definitely see the highlighter, all of that. There's no breakage, nothing like that. It is just a little bit before 1. It's about 15 minutes before. So I've only had this foundation on technically for about an hour, which this is about the usage that I would expect. I expect my skin to kind of get into the foundation, if that makes sense. But there's no real damage occurring or anything like that. I do need to go into a store, so I am going to put on a mask. That is just my preference. I'm being me. And so I will probably not come back after that because I have a couple of different places that I'm going to try to hit really quickly. But I just wanted to show you guys this foundation outside in natural lighting because I don't think I ever got a chance to do that in the other 2 days. So like I said, I will be at least getting you guys a picture, if not another mini video, once it hits 5 hours, and then again at 8 hours, and then until, you know, I end up taking my makeup off. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this really quick update, and I will see you guys in my next update. Alrighty guys, so I came back to you much later than I was expecting. It is 6:07. So at this point, I have had this foundation on for about 7 hours, a little under 7 hours because it hasn't hit the 6:30 mark. And in my opinion, this foundation is doing quite well. The one thing that I would want to point out is that now both sides are pretty much the same tone, the same color. I don't see difference in the depth that I did see at one point, and they're both darker than my chest. So those are the two things that I want to point out. I'm going to come in closely. As I said before, you can definitely see that oil production is definitely highlighting the pores. But once again, I do not wear a pore smoothing primer. Same thing on that side. There is no breaking up around my mouth lines. And I've already had 2 meals now at this point with this. Well, actually 3. I had all 3 of my meals actually with this foundation on, and there's no breaking up. I've also worn a mask multiple times today. Absolutely no breaking up. So yeah, I'm going to continue to rock this foundation a little bit longer. I have some studying to do, so hopefully that will prevent me from taking it off too early. But I've already hit almost the 8-hour mark, and this is what it looks like. For me, somebody who's combination oily, where my oils really project in the center of my face and I'm pretty much normal on the perimeter, I'm thinking that this is doing very good. But yeah, let's go for a little bit more time. We're finally here. I'm finally ready to take this makeup off. It is currently 10:54, which means that we're a little over 10 hours worth of wear. And we're still looking good. Yes, we're oily. Not gonna sit here and pretend I'm not, but we're looking good. Okay, glasses are coming off in this update. Let's get close while we're at it. Okay, so glasses marks, you see the impression, but I'm going to see an impression every time I wear makeup or anything in general in that area, but it's not broken up. We're looking at my smile lines, not broken up. Forehead wrinkles, which I do have. I am recently 29. That's why I had to think about it. No dents there, you know. It's not, none of the foundation in any place that I can see has genuinely broken up. Yes, it's oily, but I am combination oily, so I expect that. And for 10 hours, which I almost never wear makeup for 10 hours, this is doing good. So it's the blotting test time. Clean toilet paper per usual. Let's blot half of my face. All right, So of course some foundation came off, but that's to be expected when you're lifting oil with the toilet paper instead of like an oil blotting sheet. Yeah, I mean, let's come in close. Yes, you see a little bit of the foundation was removed because I've just blotted with toilet paper, but there's no real breaking up. The mascara stuff that's been there since I put on this makeup, so we're not gonna judge that. I just don't really care that much. I mean, and we're looking at it in, did this foundation genuinely break apart with it being on my oily skin for 10 hours? No, it did not. Did it darken because now the 24 inside looks pretty much the same as the 25W side? Yes. Let me actually blot that side so you guys can see it. Okay, blotted that side as well. And as you can see, like I said, they pretty much, the sides came together and they look pretty much the same. So that gives me a lot of information, right? Basically, if you find a shade that you think is going to be your shade, as long as the undertone isn't too far off and the color isn't too far off, I think you're good to go. I am questioning why the 24 side looks pretty much the same as the 25 side, even after we're using two different brushes and everything. They both ultimately are darker than my chest, even though 24 was my chest color when I applied. All information that I need to really dive into when I give this foundation even more wear to really get my impressions on it. But overall, I think it's a good foundation. Now, do I like this foundation maybe more or less than the House Labs? Like I referenced, I believe, when I was applying this foundation today, the House Labs, I think, has more of a more natural matte-ish finish, so I don't mind wearing it and applying it with the sponge, whereas this one I think is truly a natural radiant, leaning on the radiant side. So I prefer, for my skin type and my just aesthetics and vibes in general, to use it with a brush. So I think when I'm going into my collection, and if I don't have a foundation that I have in a project pan or one that I'm focusing on and I shop my stash, this, that, or the other, and I'm just like, Blake, you need a foundation to put on right now, pick one. If I had to choose between the two, I truly do think I would still pick the House Labs. Although, if I'm remembering correctly, I do think the House Labs might not have looked the same at this length of time. Although I don't think I wore it for 10 hours. I'm pretty sure I wore it for 8 hours. And like I said, I am anticipating doing a wear test between the two because I am genuinely just intrigued to see which one kind of lasts more and better on my skin type. But I don't know. I don't know. I think I would choose the House Labs from just the context of wearing that one a little bit longer, because I've had that one longer and then this one for about 3 to 4 times. But I need to do some more tests. I need to do some more wear. This is only kind of a first, second, and third impressions. There's so many more times that I like to wear my foundations before I truly tell you guys yay or nay. And especially because so many people are on no buys or low buys, because let's face it, the economy is trash and so many people need to prepare for what may potentially be going on with the economy in the near future. I understand. Take your time. Wait for some long time reviews, some long time uses of people who actually take the time to spend their money before you spend your money. I mean, it's only logical. So I'm hopeful that by the end of this month, I can genuinely give you guys a review on this foundation along with some others that I have been slowly testing out along the way. And yeah, I think that's truly it this time. I know before I said it was it, but I ended up doing a lot more kind of in-depth videos than I expected. So I'll be just tagging these on at the end. And once again, let's just come in close so you guys can see. This is the 24 inside. We are in my bathroom, if you couldn't tell by the so interesting, delicate background in the back. That's where the background is. So 24 in is on this side and 25W is on this side. I think if I like literally put my head to the side, you can see the vague undertone difference, but in the grand scheme of things, you know what? I think you can see the difference. I can see the difference now that I'm like teeter-tottering between the two, but in stepping back, I don't think I can see the difference. Granted, I don't have my glasses on. Okay. But yeah, I would love to hear your opinions. Which tone, which shade do you think I am better at? At the beginning of this whole collection of a video, I definitely told you guys the undertones that they see fit. I will have them back here again so that you guys can see, and I'll have them on the right side so that you guys can know, once again, 24N and 25W. And with that said, that's all I got. Definitely shout out down below if you have any questions. I'm trying to think if there's other questions. I feel like there were things that people were mentioning in their videos, because I've seen a couple people talking, oh, the glitter. Let me get my bottles real quick. So people referenced the fact that they had glitter in their bottles. And I'm here to tell you now, the people that I've seen that's referenced this, they've been of a lighter complexion. So from my perspective, because their skin tone is lighter and then their foundation shade is just going to be lighter because of that, I think that they could see those glitter sparkly particles better than I'm here to tell you, I don't see not a thing, nothing. I'm in front of my bathroom lighting. I've done this in front of the natural lighting that I use. I've done this in front of my overhead lighting. I don't see any glitter at all. So take that as you will. I would love to hear from any creator or anybody in general that has bought this foundation and is of a skin tone as dark as mine, darker, even lighter, like maybe you're more in the tan range, because I've only heard that perspective from people who are light to, what do they call them? Medium light, tan. You know, the first two like ranges. Those are the only kind of general people that I've heard reference the fact that there's sparkles in their foundation. I don't see any, but I would love to hear from you guys. I swear that is it. I don't think there's anything else that I have to reference. If you have any questions, of course, shout them out down below. I will try my absolute best to respond to comments as quickly as I can, but you know, 2 jobs, going to school, so who knows how quickly I can get to you guys. But anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video, which I'm sure is going to be very, very soon. Bye, guys.